My name is Bhavya Bishnoi. I'm 30 years old and I'm currently an MLA from Udhampur in the state of Haryana. Well, Udhampur is a place that I call home. It is situated, I would say, the centre-west of Haryana in a district called Hisar. And I think Udhampur stands out as a unique constituency, I would say, possibly in the world, as a place where my family has been winning undefeated for the last 55 years. I won the by-election that took place last year, and I was the fifth family member to have won in the 16th consecutive election in the 55th year in the running. So I'm extremely grateful to the people of Udhampur. I think it's and I invite people like you to come and get to know my constituency a little better. Well, in my case, I've grown up in a family of politics, in a world of politics, with my grandfather having served as the Chief Minister of Haryana for 3 terms, having served as Union Minister for Agriculture and Environment on a couple of occasions as well. My father is a 4-time MLA and a 2-time MP, so I've grown up in that environment and ecosystem of public service and development. In terms of challenges, I think every profession has its own set of challenges, and I think for me, just being the youngest MLA in my state, I think brings with it a lot of expectations and a lot of hope. And for me, fulfilling those expectations and hopes is a responsibility and challenge all at once. So my first election experience actually took place in 2019 when I ran for the Member of Parliament from Hisar. That was an unsuccessful campaign for several reasons, and the one that I spoke of recently, the by-election last year, was my second experience, which with God's grace was successful. Both had their own learnings, and I would love to talk about it in greater detail with you another time. I can go on and on. There's a lot of people actually, it's hard to pick one individual because there's so many different qualities and attributes in different leaders that I've observed growing up. The likes of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the likes of Barack Obama. But I think to answer your question a little more succinctly, I wouldn't want to look too far, and I think my father is someone I really look up to. And I know it sounds very cliche, but genuinely speaking, I think he's one of the most competent, the most genuine, the most honest politicians, the most compassionate politicians I've come across in my life. And every day I try to be a small fraction of the human being that he is. Well, I think democracy is a great. I think it's the foundation of any successful society, and I think it is a big responsibility for all of us as Indians, as being part of the world's largest democracy, to fulfill the hopes and expectations that come with a democratic society. And I think time and again there are situations that come up which go against the ideals that our country was built on. I think we should keep looking back to the fundamentals upon which our country was built. I think I'm someone who has always set a very high standard growing up. Even during my academic years, I was very actively involved with the extracurricular. I was actively involved in sports. I was the president of my student body. I debated and so on. And I also worked hard in my academics. So that's a strong work ethic that I developed early on, and I think I'm trying to carry that forward through my professional life as well. I recently got engaged as well. I think that brings with it a huge responsibility moving forward, and I'm conscious of that. And I think it just comes down to prioritizing and managing time. Something that I obviously struggle with, as everyone does. But for me, having grown up with that mindset, I think it comes a little more easier than perhaps to some others. I think that's a very loaded and a very difficult question to answer. I'm often asked, to give advice. I think I still have so much to learn myself. I'm just 30 years old. But I think speaking from personal experience, I would just say believe in yourself. There will be so many instances where people who will come in your life who will try to put you down. Ignore the noise. Set a goal for yourself and work step by step towards that goal. Work hard. There's no shortcut to success, and most of all, believe in yourself.